Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match of the final week of Season 26. Right now we are 6-3 in Kyber 2. A quick recap of the last round, or the last week of matches. The first round opponent did not attack. Second round opponent, this was a banner matchup. He one-shot me, I one-shot him. His JMK lost a guy, his Darth Revan got lower banners, that's the difference. I probably had better mods because he had Darth Talon too. Oh, here's what he did. HK47 with his Darth Talon, don't do that. The unique does not convey to the squad, it has to be all Sith. That's where he slipped up. Trprs against Bosk. Jedi Knight Revan to clear this nonsense BAM team. That's actually pretty nice because that is way more than you need to beat that squad. Traya beating Dash, that's a sensible counter. Gas taking out Shaak T. Wampa Wampaing the Iden team. It's a good way to handle it. Palp against Mon Mothma did not outspeed this one, so his mods were really good. I do it sometimes. I think maybe even round 3 I'll show it. Geos here against JTR, and then he handles my fleet without major issue. CLS and Sith Eternal Emperor up against those final 2 squads. What did he take up against? Starkiller. Didn't I put Starkiller on defense? Not this round. In round 3, this opponent we beat by 100 banners. JTR to Bosk, Night Sisters against Grievous, Jedi Knight Revan, also against this BAM team, which that makes me happy. That is way more than needed. SLKR, Sith Eternal Emperor, so he's doing a bunch of solos. Bosk taking out Dash, Hux. Here's what my Mon Mothma team did this round. Taking out and surviving against the Traya team. Stopping this undersized Vader squad he attempted. And then ultimately needing to be cleaned up with Palp. Well, that's more than he needed to clean it up. But that is some great work by the Mon Mothma squad. And why the quality of the synergy matters more than the relic level that I've talked about in previous list videos. Padme, JTR, Gas, taking out Iden. I think you can just gas solo it. Maybe not my Iden team, but that's a thing to consider. This Starkiller team is complete nonsense. I just put in some various bodies because I was counting on the synergies, but I also wanted to challenge this opponent's depth. This is not how I thought he was going to play it. I thought I would draw out a strong counter and he would then have weaker counters for the rest of my defense. But this was the last squad he attacked. I was watching him as he did it. So Geos not being enough to take it out. Kira still not being enough to take it out. And then cleaning it up with a bounty hunter squad. And then he did a weird thing here with the separatists where he pulled out his Geos and put them with his Executrix, which allowed my Chimera to survive, and then he had to clean it up with the Malevolence. Maybe it's because he doesn't have enough stars, but that would have been a one-shot with the Malevolence. Let's go into this round. Here is the bracket for this round and who I'm getting matched up with. My opponent for the round is on the left-hand side here, so he's got slightly higher GP. We'll take a larger look at this with hot utils, but there's some other information in here that I'd like to look at. Zetas were matched on. Omicrons, I have an advantage. He has the GL advantage. Relics, he has a big advantage. 6-dot mods, he has more. He has a little bit of an advantage with his top 25 speed mods, but I have a little advantage with a top 500. And as far as this entire round goes, we have one 5GL player, one 6G, or two 5GL players, one 6GL player, and then we have a bunch of 3s and a couple 4s. So good distribution, relic distribution in the 90s to 100s, and then one outlier here with the player having 6 GLs, which really should be a Kyber 1 player. He maybe just isn't very engaged because his mods are good. His mods are better than my mods. That's interesting that he is not in Kyber 1. Then looking at the depth of mods, that is where I have an advantage over my opponent and most of the other players in this round, except for 2 outliers. So we'll see who we get matched up with in later rounds. Omicrons, this round opponent has Qui-Gon and Dash. He also has Wampa. I'm surprised we don't have Wampa shown on this screen yet. Nobody else has Starkiller, which is interesting. And the pickup on Iden teams is still pretty slow. Iden is useful at low gear. And if you have Trprs, this should be a near universal Omicron, especially in Kyber 2. Looking at the rest of the characters, what I'm curious about is just, now that we have had several conquests, the number of players who don't have Maul, which now we are down to 1. Last week, I think there was a few players who didn't have a Maul. But you can see players are starting to get caught up with conquest, and it's just a little disappointing that Sign of Django is not better yet, because all of us players who did put in the work to get them have not been able to benefit from all that work. The speeds here are the other thing worth looking at. I'll look at it specifically with my other opponent, but it all looks fine. Let's move into looking at him a little bit more specifically before we break down the Grand Arena defenses. So here is the hotbot. Larger guild, lifetime banners are reflective of a serious player. Clears and undersizes are fine. He does have a couple extra Omicrons in the territory war area. The 6-dot mods we reviewed, but you can see that he's still has a decent mod depth. Relic distribution is pretty good, not overwhelming at the top, which is a good sign. And then he has his GLs modded well, which is too bad for me, because that just means it's going to be harder. Although it might make Gas versus Ray better, because what I have noticed is the poorly modded Ray teams are much harder to deal with in a Gas counter, because the damage immunity doesn't come off. Then his Padme is slow, Jedi Anakin is slow. Some of these other characters aren't scary, but he does have mod advantages on them. So let's jump in and take a look at the defense. He has not started attacking me yet. We did have some good news today with the update for Fifth Brother coming. And we have the Tuscan Omicron that I am very interested in. And these 3v3 Omicrons, that Krennic one is another one that looks really nice for 3v3. So my defense, I don't think I made any changes. I looked at it, I considered it, but I ultimately stayed the same. I took JMK off of defense is what I did. GMK was on defense for the final round last match. I'm going to put Grievous up front. Grievous, all I want from him is to draw Wampa. Because Wampa's going to Wampa somebody. You can't stop that. So as long as I can make him use his Wampa up on the front wall, then I know my back wall might be a little bit more successful. That's really my goal. So what I'm looking for is that my Iden team on the back wall doesn't get Wamped. Because like really, you change up your defense, you take out teams that... There's only so many teams you can set down. This nonsense Starkiller team is still on defense. I might change it to like Dooku lead, or... It's just the tank Jedi that I have. Like Mace, I like the flexibility of using him on other teams. And then my Kanan, I was considering gearing him up, but it is insane. It's still insane. Even as a 7 point whatever million GP player who has a ton of things geared, the Phoenix still terrify me. Nute, Geos, Grievous, Rey. That's the top territory. Like we can Traya, Wampa, Trprs, and we'll probably do JML. Oh, I didn't look at ships. Ships, I may have made a mistake on not altering. Because I think I might want one of these fleets. But it's a slightly stronger fleet defense with Akbar and the Empire. But I do have 5 stars on my Raddus, not Rad, but the MG100 now. So my Raddus will be a little better, so maybe we'll be fine. Bottom territory, JMK, Darth Revan, Phasma, and Qui-Gon. And the Anakin is not only slow, it's Relic 2. So let's start off with a solo. I might start off with a couple solos. Because I think this is going to come down to banners. So I need to not do foolish things. Like there's one really foolish thing I want to do. I'll talk about it later. If things resort to that. Oh, that's the wrong screen. All right, let's get into it. Sometimes you have to put teams like this on defense, but if you can avoid it, do it. Like there are Gear 11 teams that are better than this. This is just giving me a bunch of banners. And you should be trying to minimize giving away banners to your opponents. Let's hit Officer, he's the engine here. This is a Relic 4 nest. It's crazy to me that as much as I love Nest, I still only have Relic 4 on her. Let's get an advantage. Ah, you survived. There you go. I started watching the most recent episode of Moon Knight while I was setting things up and getting ready to record. Best episode so far. I'm not done with the episode yet, so I can't fully say. It doesn't completely address all of my issues, but I'm hoping it does. It's definitely the most interesting episode. I'm not going to say anything beyond that about it. Other than that, I've been watching a lot of Rebels. And Rebels is better than Bad Batch. So all the hate that I've seen about Rebels, I kind of get it. But I have seen worse. See, this Darth Revan team, it doesn't have a tank. And I saw in one of his opponents' Grand Arena history, they beat this thing with an undersized Old Republic team with no relics. Now, it could be a cheater. I don't think he was. I think he lost the match anyway. But that's ridiculous. Oh, he also did the thing I was talking about. So Darth Talon is doing nothing here. Don't do that. We're going to do another solo to start, though, because it's just... I love solos. And I know... Actually, no, he doesn't... Does he not have Iden? Whatever. This should be pretty straightforward. So I put out a talk video on the Fifth Brother. I'm very excited for the Fifth Brother. I was testing out in Galactic Challenges the new unique patience on the existing Inquisitors. It's probably the wrong Galactic Challenge to do that testing because of the reflect damage modifier, which was really ripping them apart, but they still did not do great. And this was at the level 80 Gear 11 tier, which is, I think, tier 5. But the Inquisitors are a team I might want to try, because I want more footage of them before the unique, so I can compare their performance before and after. And I don't have a lot of footage on them yet. I think I've only used them once in Grand Arena as a cleanup team. And other than that, I think I only used them like in the marquee. What am I... Oh, he's marked. Okay. I thought I just wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Talking and recording is not super easy. Nice. Alright, I'm just going to auto and talk about things. What else was in that update? There was the Tusken Omicron. I'm a fan. I had just geared up my Tuskens, I think in December or January. I was anticipating something was going to happen with the Tuskens for a couple reasons. One, the Raider needed for relics for Lord Vader, and a lot of those kinds of nonsense relics were getting Omicrons, and Tusken Raiders had pretty clear Book of Boba Fett tie-ins where they warranted being improved and looked at. I'm probably going to put it on. Not even probably. It's the type of relic I like. It's just I'm not convinced it's going to be great at Gear 11. Because it doesn't have like shared health. It's just a boost to the damage. But there's a lot there that's nice. Okay, let's go to the lower territory. That's all I was going to do here. I think it has some timeout capabilities, but I'm going to want to showcase it, so I'm not going to put on defense, at least to start. Alright, we're going to do the more serious stuff. Solos, at least solos so far, are out of the way. JMK. Night. Let's just do JMK right now. We're just going to do JMK. I think his JMK is better, and my cat is better. And I could do Padme, but I like what Mace does with it. I know a lot of people don't. I think it adds a lot of extra air. Alright, that's my preferred result. I got a stun, and you know what? Padme does make this more annoying too. So we get healing immunity, calls. Okay. Okay. All right, we're good now. Actually, let's take out Ahsoka. I don't want her assisting. Go. Alright, let's just auto from here. First GL down. He's got 4. His Ray and... No, his Ray's on defense. His SOKR and what, JML, they're safe for offense. But it also means his fleet is much better than my fleet. He's deeper with high quality fleet options than I have. We are gonna do something a little risky. So you guys know how much I like doing Night Sisters up against Qui-Gon, but the one time it messed up for me was when Cam was on the team. Now this is a weak Cam. The time I lost was against a good Cam. And there's another couple issues with this squad with like the bad Anakin. But I think I still want to try out Night Sisters. I just need to be a little bit more careful to avoid the armor shreds, because it's the armor shreds that mess things up. So I need to keep 2 characters stunned. Anakin. Yes, you know what? I'm going to let Anakin burn that AoE while... Yeah, alright, fine. And for a while, you know what? I'm only gonna keep Cam stunned because I need. Alright, I've got my body for dying off. There we go. I don't need to do this for as long as I normally do it, because the Anakin isn't as strong and scary. But I still got to keep going. Did a little bit of damage. I'm just clearing the foresight. Let's bring back friends. Now we can just drive that stacking health. I need a revive, that was a mistake. But I think we're probably good. Let's get a stun on Anakin. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we got 3 stuns. I'm gonna take out Qui-Gon. Let's get a stun. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to bring back bodies, because that Barris is like gear 9 or something, so she's nothing to be concerned about. Come on, guys. There we go. I don't know. I like that counter. Obviously not as scary as others, but still a good sign. Now, I think with, you know what, we're just gonna do Maul. It's more than we need. I don't want to do anything reckless, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to 2-shot his Raddus. And I think this is going to be a close match. All right. Weapons tech on Scndrls. We're gonna target Bastila Fallen. AoE. Pretty close to taking her out. Another AoE. We've triggered our Frenzy, and from here I'm gonna hit Sith Marauder. We will hit HK. I'm not going to get any assists here, but I'm still going to do the ability because it's going to be big damage. One more time. Do the AoE here, which will reset it, which was why I kept her alive, but none of that's necessary. Way more than needed. But I don't think I'm going to need her elsewhere. In the back wall, I'm expecting Mon Mothma, Bad Batch, and Dash. Let's see if he follows his pattern. Yeah, I think so. Yep. I think we'll do the GL. Really, I've got a plan for everything but Dash, which isn't scary. That's not what I clicked on. Okay, Ray, G. Let's just do the serious stuff. I was just gonna JML this. Maybe I'll hold. Do I want to hold back gas? Why take any chances? I don't need. Let's see what I got left. I don't need gas. Let's just be certain we win. All right. AoE. Let us. Let's go with the stun instead of the mark. Probably target Ray when I do that. Throw an armor shred on Finn. The lifeblood's over on Resistance Poe. I'm just gonna focus down on a couple other characters. Let's increase cooldowns here, not that it matters. She's got ability block anyway. Alright, let's try and take out. Not quite. Now let's. Oh, we were over there. Sure, let's do some foresight. I shouldn't have marked. Spread around our inherited teachings. Swapped with Jedi Knight Luke just for getting cooldowns and it cycled through faster. Hopefully that's close to the... Yeah, well, this should be the ultimate. Actually, we can just mark her and take her down. I haven't done this in so long with JML that I forgot about that part. Can I get a banner? Let's get some banners back if we can. You know what? I should be calling in nobody but our buddy Hermit Yoda. Alright, fine. I was gonna do Trprs here. I like doing Trprs here. It's just there's a lot of high relics, and with those high relics, I like using such a cheap squad. The only thing I can't do is have Stark on the team. So we are going to swap him out for somebody who's not going to actively hurt me. So it'll be Storm. I'm a little surprised we didn't get more Inquisitors farmable. Because we're already a month since 8th Brother, so 8th Brother should be on shipments, should have been added to shipments, and then 7th Sister and some of these other ones, I can't remember their names of right now. Let's do this to start, but that's just to get the Emperor's Emperor's Trap starting. I don't want. Let's just do this. All right. I'm gonna throw the armor shred over on Nest. I'm gonna do nothing with turn meter. And now I'm just gonna do some basics until some characters use their turns. Alright, I can take that off. Probably shouldn't have done that with those buffs, give turn meter. Alright. Nice big hit from R8 Piet. That should be the end of damage immunity. That should take out Nest. Seriously? Okay, I thought... No! I should have marked Dark Trooper. I just have a programmed in my brain to do Stormtrooper for no good reason. Okay. I don't think we're going to do anything reckless like use the Inquisitors. Let's see how bad this dash team is. Maybe we will be crazy. I don't think we're going to be that crazy. There's the Omicron in the dash, right? Plan here is Traya, but I don't know. I just never trust my Traya. Oh, you know what? Let's leave them for later, because maybe I'll just do Empire there. Forgot all about Vader. That would be the smarter thing to do. Instead of risking my Traya against that Relic Spy. Save CLS, expecting the Bad Batch. No sense in risking anything with the Bad Batch. Really hoping that with the fifth brother we start seeing some like Bad Batch level viability with the Inquisitors at low gear, because I really like that fifth brother. The talk video I just put out goes into it. Alright. Smash Echo before this gets started. Not quite what I wanted. Target Echo. There we go. They just fall apart with CLS. It's really nice. There we go. I don't think they should be on defense. Bad Batch. That's how I will handle this team. Really, ever since, I feel like since the Wampa Omicron, my playing has been... Jeez, this is a fast one. We are quitting and restarting. We are not giving them preloaded turn meter. Now that is a Mon Mothma squad I need to look at the mods on. I'm going to do it later though, because I definitely need to improve my echo. Actually, let's just pull it up. I need to improve my echo, but this is a really good one. It's 278. I wonder what mine is. All right, I think I'm using Empire, which means we are doing Traya. Do I need this much? Or could I take Vader out? I don't want to take any chances. Alright. I'm going to believe in Traya. What is up with your Katarn? Is that what my Katarn is like? Because it really explains why all these teams keep losing to my Mon Mothma squad. Yeah, do it. Okay. Get the stagger. I'm gonna fracture you. You're doing too much. I'm glad I brought Vader. I think that would have been a loss without him. That is a disaster averted. I thought I was going to come back into the game and see that that battle didn't count. Oh man, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel a lot better. I thought that cost me the match. Because I would then have to be probably reverting to Jawa bombing these Geos. What do I still have? We got Shaak T. Kind of a Padme team. Traya. Really wish that I didn't lose that Bad Batch squad. Let's put bounty hunters. I think I just bounty hunters this. This might be a mistake. But we're looking at a weak Kira, a weak Dash. The 2 relics aren't attackers. Let's just go for it. Let's just do this. I think this is a loss. Wow, that's not good. Let's stun Young Han. Yeah, we got no shot at this. Does the daze affect this ability? I'm sure it does. Why wouldn't it? Let's do it. Yeah. And now we lost it. Alright. That was a foolish decision. Really, Traya is one of my better options, but I kind of need them for... I need them for the Geos. I have my own Geos. I think my own Geos are going to be fine here. If I tie... Yeah, I'm going to do this. Because there is going to be the taunt that's going to keep coming from the counters, but if I time it right after Spy, I think I'll be able to get past the taunt. I don't know, I think I've dealt with the Omicron before, but I had options. This is a time without options. The days I'm not oh my god, really? Let's see if we can stun young Han. that stun. I wanted to ability block. Okay. It's taken some time, but I think we're gonna get through them. It's fine. Oh, that's fine. I think next time Spy goes, I'll get a decent hit. Except now he's got protection back. Come on, man. Come on. I think with relics, this would have worked. I can't hit anyone else right now. Because with prepare it up, Vandor isn't gonna work. I'm basically getting to a point where I need to have my defense hold or get several holds. We're getting out of here. This is a timeout. Relic Spy, though, I think we get through it. Do I really have to Jawa bomb this? I think clones might be able to do it. Because all I'm thinking with clones is we can dispel. I just gotta get the Rexolate high enough. I'm gonna put that on the Chroma. Well, no, I need to get the relic on Vandor first. This is really, it's really the L3 and Vandor relics that are causing the problems here. The L3 relic I would prefer not to do. And also, using that gas was a bad choice. I didn't need gas against Ray. I shouldn't have done it. Other things that would have improved my chances are having a faster bet squad, which is a problem I've known about for a long time, but I've been getting away with it, so I didn't make it a priority. It cost me. Because then I'd have Palpatine for this, and I'd crush it. Well, I have Traya for it, which is really what I was... One of the things I could have done. It's just I know I need to save it for Geos. Yeah. I'm gonna save that. Should have saved the form up. Don't die on me, Shaak T. Do not die. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I'll take a sacrifice. Come on, guys. We got my Rexolite coming. Next turn, next go around. Let's do it. Alright, that'll take care of Vandor. Now we can just take the rest of this apart. What a mess. Just a disaster. Alright, we're doing Traya, and Jawas if a disaster occurs. I guess at Padme if things went really bad, but this should still be... This just has an RNG component of who they choose to care about. That's fine, you can care about him. Yes, care about him. Do I want to do this? I'm not going to do it yet. Yes, care about him. Really? You guys. See, this is what I mean. This is why I was like hesitant the entire time about it. It's just... It's low banners and a little risky. I would have preferred other options at this point. I wanted my Palpatine. But I knew my Traya had no shot against that Mon Mothma. The Mon Mothma just had some cascading impacts. Just that it's where one squad can throw off a plan and then suddenly you start getting low banners and needing multiple shots against different squads. But we're still alive. Okay. Somebody in my fleet shard knocked me on my slot before my payout. very irritated today. Because we've got a good fleet chart. Everyone knows not to hit people outside of their payout. Ooh, that is not good. How do I want to play this? Let's go for the Razor Crest. Just, there's no room for error right now. I really wanted a double hit. And I think I need a sneeze. Alright, let's bring out the Ebon Hawk. Come on. There we go. Alright, we got the Razor Crest. Yeah. Let's clear the taunt. That'll take care of Slave 1. Interesting choice. All right. We're forced to it. I'm going to do the special because I don't want him countering. Because I don't want this to happen. All right. Mark IG88 will take him out in now. Fine. I'm gonna save that after we mark. Don't. Okay, good. I'm a little worried about dying. Hopefully we land buff immunity. Yes. Did not actually need to do that. And I shouldn't have. Come on. Okay, next turn we got the seismic charge. And there we go. Alright, we're good. He got himself a 5-star MG100. He's refreshing his nuts. How's your Biston? Your Biston's not very good. But it's still better than my finalizer and everything. I have to use my separatist here. I'm going to try and do the same thing I did whichever match last week. Against the Raddus, where we mess up the cooldowns. This is why I messed up with my fleet defense. I needed a stronger fleet to take out the Raddus because he has Ray. So he has a good Raddus fleet. This is why I want a good finalizer too, so I need one more good fleet. Because what I have is 5 good fleets. And with one more, I could have a good fleet, offense and defense, which is not the situation I'm in. But I know I'm in a better spot than most players, but it's a weakness I want to improve, and the finalizer is the shortest route to get there, I believe. And by the 3v3 season, I'll have the tie echelon at 5 stars. There we go. You gotta respect the Falcon. But here is what we gotta do. We're gonna take Mace. The Jedi Consular. Ghost. What did I do last time? Soldier. And you know what? No, I'm going to keep him. I think just that. What I want is I need to add gear to the consular for this. He needs to live just a touch longer. So all we want is the cooldowns to get messed up. It will throw off how quickly the Raddus will get its ultimate off in the cleanup. This worked when we did it before, but we've only done it once, and it was a 4-star MG100 we were going up against. We'll do a little damage here. If we can make it getting through the MG100 a little easier next time around. God, the recovery is just too good. Maybe we're too survivable. No, that's a good ability to burn. Okay. Now we're going to bring in my Raddus. But he has relic pilots, and I have gear 11 pilots. All right. We're going in with this. And we've got another 2 fleets. We'll have Finalizer for a cleanup and the Sith, or a partial Sith squad for a cleanup if things don't work out. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die on me. Okay. Alright. We got deflector shield on 2. You have no deflector shield, right? Okay. Recover protection. That's the deflector shield. I actually think let's do the deflector shield. And these, let's do that. We will daze. And our big attack. Don't care about that. That's not great. I need a tank. We're bringing out the sergeant. Go down. Yes. Okay. Don't die on me, buddy. Don't die. Ugh. I think I need to save that ability. I need more guys on the field. Okay. Taunt. Perfect. No, 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 no. Why are you stealth? What mechanic is making you get stealth? Let's hit Poe. Oh, this is bad. Oh my god, it's next turn. Let's do this. Come on. Just survive. One turn. One turn. Survive. Survive. Yes! Yes! We're going to do basic, dispel, perfect. We'll hit the pilot. This is why the Raddus is bad on defense. You can just mess it up completely. Because this, I have a Gear 11 Raddus fleet, and I took on a relic version. This has now worked for me twice. And I've done it without bringing in a third fleet. No, I'm happy about that. And that was against a 5-star MG100 now, and last time we were doing it against a 4-star one. So that's an improvement. But yeah, if you're in a pinch, burn a fleet. Now, I did need a second attempt against... Actually, I think I needed a third attempt against that Dash dude. So there's 3 squads that needed multiple attempts. And 1720 is not great. So I have put the win in my opponent's hands. Hopefully I come out on top. But, not feeling great about it. It's interesting to see just how one thing doesn't go according to plan. How it impacts everything else. Check out the latest talk video. I'll put it there. And Fifth Brother is coming out. Hopefully that works out as well as I think that the kit sounds. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.